In this hour with breaking news out of Northwest Albuquerque, where firefighters are knocking out a fire at a strip mall right now.
We do have a crew on scene. They've been there just moments after the fire sparked. That's where we find News 13's Catherine Mazzone with the very latest. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Crystal. You know, firefighters have been on scene this morning since about 3:30 when the call came in. If you take a look behind me, we're at an interesting angle here. You can see that ladder truck is going at it, and there's another one on the other side trying to knock those flames down. I just checked. There are still visible flames. A ceiling has collapsed, and obviously smoke billowing in the air here. Now here is what we know so far. This is video from earlier this morning. As you can see, the flames devoured a good portion of the building and part of it has collapsed once again. Firefighters say when they got here, flames were coming from several stores, obviously smoke, but they managed to contain the fire to just those 2 stores. No word on if anyone was inside yet. Now this is a strip mall where there are a few shops, including some restaurants, although at this point it's still unclear as to what may have started the fire. Now, at this point, there isn't any roads blocked. Obviously, you can't get into the strip mall here, and there's about at least a foot of water in the parking lot. So my guess is it will probably be off limits for part of the day. Back to you.
Thanks, Catherine. Again, we will stay on top of this story throughout the morning and bring you the very latest as it does come into our newsroom.
We'll begin this morning with some breaking news in Northwest Albuquerque. Firefighters right now are knocking down a fire in a strip mall.
Yeah, we do have a crew on the scene. They've been there all morning. That's where we find News 13's Catherine Mazzone with the very latest. Catherine, what have you learned so far?
That's a good question, Crystal. Well, obviously, they are still working to put out this fire. They've been here since about 3:15 this morning when a call came in about smoke at a restaurant, possibly. Now, obviously, when crews got here, they did find smoke and flames. If you take a look behind me, you can see that they're actually coming at this from 2 directions here. You've got 2 ladder trucks still working to get this blaze out. Here is what we know so far. Aside from that billowing smoke and flames, this is video that we shot earlier this morning. As you can see, those flames devoured a good portion of this building. 2 stores, possibly 3 stores, have now been affected. Part of them have collapsed. Firefighters say when they arrived, smoke and flames were coming from several stores. Again, they did manage to maintain it so far to just 2, possibly 3 stores. There were a few people inside, but they were able to evacuate the building quickly. No one was inside when they did begin fighting this fire again. Now, there are many stores in this strip mall, at least a dozen or more. And at this point, they do believe that it possibly started from this restaurant here. Officials say they are working to get this fire under control as quickly as possible.
We haven't got the fire fully extinguished at this time. Once we do, and we can ensure structural stability of the structure itself, then we'll go ahead and have on-scene investigators try to figure out a cause and determination at that time.
Now, I did speak to a fire official who tells me it's a good thing that one of the restaurants behind me, a Chinese restaurant, had a firewall because it could have gotten even worse had that firewall not been there. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Catherine. Now, no roads are closed at this time. As you can see, there's a lot of water being poured onto that fire, so the parking lot is really flooded. It's likely that strip mall is not going to be open for some time. We'll stay on top of this story throughout the morning and bring you the latest here on KRQE News 13.